England is known for many things, including Big Ben, the royal family, and Scotland Yard. One of the more popular attractions, however, are the funny-looking soldiers called the Royal Guard. In recent years, these soldiers have become a hit with tourists who employ several strategies to try and get a reaction out of them. Seeing them stand motionless all day might make you wonder why they're still used at all. Don't be fooled by their funny hats, though. These soldiers are an elite fighting force with closely guarded secrets. Join us as we uncover the mysteries of the Queen's Special Guards and why they shall never be messed with. Now, if you like these videos and want to see more, then make sure you leave us a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications to be the first to watch all our new and exciting videos. I will be replying to every comment on this video as well, so good luck. They are highly trained operatives tasked with protecting the king or queen at all costs. While standing around all day in this silly hat may not seem like a glamorous job, the soldiers of the Queen's Guard go through an extreme selection process. These soldiers have to undergo a brutal 6-month combat infantry course that teaches them the skills necessary to keep the crown secure. The curriculum has a pass rate of 65% and includes marksmanship training, obstacle courses, rifle drills, and other relevant activities. Unlike the regular line infantry of the British Army, the Queen's Guard takes an extra 2 weeks for drills and other training. The British Infantry Training Centre, ITC, is responsible for training the Royal Guards and structures its combat infantry course to produce the best soldiers for the Royal Guard. Their final training focuses on interaction with the public and ceremonial drills as part of their rotation. Only a few candidates become Royal Guards due to the demanding nature of the course. The Guard might be relegated to ceremonial roles these days, but in the past, the monarch was one of the most powerful individuals alive. To ensure the monarch was protected at all times, the Royal Guards are trained to protect the ruling monarch at all costs. These days, they are often seen as ceremonial troops attached to Buckingham and St. James Place, with the Metro Police being tasked with providing security for the Queen in other situations. Restraint is expected from all Royal Guards on duty. A large part of the Royal Guard's training focuses on displaying restraint while on duty. The kind of restraint displayed by the Royal Guard makes them seem superhuman. For instance, they can stand motionless throughout the entire duration of their post, and they are only allowed to march every 10 minutes when it's time to patrol their post. They're usually out for 2 hours at a time. When on duty, they aren't allowed to use the restroom or leave their post for any reason. If Royal Guards really need to use the restroom while on duty, their only option is to take care of their business while standing. This is one of the reasons their pants are dark and made from thick wool. On one occasion, a Royal Guard was forced to relieve himself while on duty, leaving a puddle in his wake. They aren't allowed to laugh or smile if tourist jokes or acts funny in front of them. Doing so would get them a swift reprimand by senior officers. Only the best get to be Royal Guards. Like many other elite military squads and special law enforcement agencies, the Royal Guards are very picky with their recruits, putting anyone who applies through a strict selection process. It's very important for any potential guard to possess elite physical and mental abilities. Sources say that almost 30% of trainees fail or give up on the course. In addition to the training itself, in the past the guards had a firm height policy, not accepting anyone shorter than 6'2". It was only recently that the height requirement was reduced to 5'10" to allow more people to qualify for the position. Like most soldiers in the Army, protective sentries had to pass the British Army Recruitment Battery, BARB, aptitude test. It's a computer-based aptitude test that assesses potential recruits and decides if they're suitable for the position. It tests the analytical and problem-solving skills that are needed to succeed in the British Army. Successful recruits then undergo basic training before taking part in the Royal Guard selection process. The selection process is extremely grueling to make sure only the best of the best are chosen. Those select few are then put through various training exercises to ensure they're capable of guarding the royal residence. When pushed too far, they will react. In the past, the Royal Guards were stationed among the public. In recent times, however, more troops have been moved away from the public because of incidents involving tourists interfering with the Guards' duties. There have been multiple incidents where the Guards have had to teach an obnoxious tourist a lesson for disrespectful or risky behavior. There are several videos online of people trying to get Royal Guards to laugh or leave their posts. The Royal Guards are trained to ignore this type of behavior, but some people, especially those filming their escapades, can take things too far. Every year, thousands of people take photos of the Royal Guards, This is totally fine as long as you don't take it too far. Things take a whole new direction when people try to interfere with the guards performing their duties though. When pushed into the wall, royal guards will react with sometimes severe consequences for the instigator. There have been several instances where people have been shouted at when they do something they aren't supposed to be doing. In 2012, a video of a tourist ignoring a royal guard's instructions went viral. In a similar video, a tourist declined to stop their attempt at climbing the Buckingham Palace fence, even as the guard pointed his loaded SA-80 rifle at the intruder. Most recently, ropes were fixed between the sentry post at Windsor Castle and the public after an incident occurred between a guard and a tourist who ridiculed him by pretending to march alongside him and eventually putting his hands on the guard's shoulder near where his rifle was resting. In extreme cases, the royal guards will push you aside or even knock you down if they feel it's warranted. Most people don't cause enough trouble to get a response from the guards, but if you try to do something for the likes, you should know that the guards have the right and responsibility to put you in your place. Their uniforms are no joke. At first glance, the uniforms worn by the royal guards look strange compared to what you would expect a regular soldier to wear. The origin of the large bearskin hats and red jackets can be traced back to the 1800s. When they were first introduced, the uniforms were meant to strike fear into the hearts of the enemy. A royal commentator explained that the hats were made to make soldiers appear taller, which would help them look more intimidating. The hats are called bearskins because they're made from the fur of Canadian black bear. These hats are 18 inches tall and weigh between 5 and 13 pounds, which can be a hassle for those not accustomed to wearing them. The bearskins are so heavy, they have to be secured under the lips of the guards as opposed to under the chin like regular helmets. This unique feature prevents their necks from snapping if the hat falls backwards when in combat or on duty. Royal guards require a good amount of neck strength to perform their duties with these special helmets. In addition to their headgear, the coat is another feature of the uniform that stands out. The guards' scarlet jackets look and feel very uncomfortable, but they're also the best protection they have against England's harsh weather. During the rainy season, royal guards' uniforms soak up a lot of water, adding to the weight of their uniforms. The bearskin hats absorb water weight too, so it's not uncommon for the weight of a guard's uniform to almost double when outside in inclement weather. Fainting is considered a rite of passage in the Queen's Guard. This may sound like crazy talk, but fainting on the job is something that happens quite often among the royal guards. The weight of their uniforms coupled with bad weather has led to quite a number of royal guards fainting during parades or while on duty. The guards are so dedicated to their jobs that they are required to faint in place. While marching or standing for long periods of time in intense weather conditions, it's normal to see 1 or 2 guards pass out. Their training demands that once they start getting dizzy, they have to stay in place till they faint on the spot. It's so common, it even has a special nickname, fainting to attention. While most people may think that fainting on the job would make a soldier look bad, it's actually considered very admirable. It proves their dedication to the crown and is often seen as a rite of passage for new guards. When royal guards pass out, other guards aren't allowed to approach their fallen comrade. Their training demands they stand at their post or march over to the downed guard if he's in their way. Medical personnel will, of course, be sent out to attend to the individual. At the end of the day, senior guardsmen treat the recruit who fainted to a cold beverage of his choice at the bar. The Queen's Guards may be fun to watch as a tourist attraction, but they're a century-old regiment of the British Army that should never be underestimated. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching today's video, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and let us know what you think of the Royal Guards in the comments below. Till next time, have a good one.